oh my God, this universe, this experience as a human is all just a freaking cherry-picking simulator. You just get to pick and choose what you want to adopt as you. As this is what I like, this is what I don't like, this is what I do, this is how I identify myself and everything. This is a freaking character creation. You can say it's the soul creating the character, or it's God creating a character, or it's just you from the field of infinite potentials that has sprouted out of the field, the structural possibility of this particular here and now. When you frame this in that way, then it suddenly makes sense, because this whole experience as a human is always coming down to it, picking and choosing what you want to adopt for yourself as your belief, identity, and whatever. Your idea about the absolutes of existence, which will then frame your decision-making and character development process and your whole story. And the thing is as well that when you frame it in that way, then you don't need an evil agenda. Then you don't need to project an evil agenda into your experience here and now in order to justify it for yourself. Meaning, for that purpose of you getting to pick your own idea of everything, this experience as a human is actually kind of perfect. At least it's very good for that, because you get triggered into so much, basically you get triggered into responsibility. Let's say it as it is. This is basically the premise of being a human. Needing to survive. And that comes along with taking responsibility for yourself and a lot of basically important fundamental mechanics in order to be a functioning point of choice, will and action. Yeah, so when you frame it in that way, that this is the reason why you are here, then you basically accept that the world gives you the permission to do so. And you take this opportunity, basically, to do so. To imagine what's beyond. And have this influence your character, yourself, your journey. And just be firm with it, because nobody else can give you knowledge about that. The only knowledge anyone in the human experience could ever have about this is his own preference, which kind of is a subjective factuality in that regard, in that context. So framing it like this, you basically get rid of all the precognitively inspired ideas about what this is, which ultimately don't really serve you or the all. The thing is as well that within that frame set, because it's so open for, I mean, the premise then would be that you should choose what you want to be inspired by. There's a lot of inspiration, but it's kind of giving you control about the information on the outside completely. Not the information itself, but the way you take them as relevant or significant for yourself or in general. And that should theoretically, and it's kind of obviously, lead to you realizing yourself in an authentic way. Meaning more self-determined in terms of what drives you forward, what type of meaning you assert to yourself. Ultimately, this is something only the self can do. Everybody else can define you, but only you can define yourself. So yeah, I think that's quite a good timeline to go on this trajectory, because then you own it. And then you make the best of it. And you don't leave this opportunity to authentically define your metaphysics and your beliefs, your reasoning, by yourself. It's a pick and choose. It's a cherry-picking simulator. Oh, and the thing is as well that you're not just picking, you're not just choosing, but you're also kind of creating your own narratives, your own meaning, which is basically the information in the subtext, the information that isn't really there, that comes from you. So we can actually, and this is confirmed, given permission by the facts of this reality, because it's coming down to it, be creative there and draft your own idea, your own conception about what you perceive.